So I take this opportunity today to extend my deep gratitude to President Trump for including TNT in this very historic coalition. And this coalition comprises nations across the hemisphere, not just here, across the Western Hemisphere. They include, of course, the host, the USA, of course, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Honduras, Panama, and Paraguay. These were the ones who met as selected invitees to the summit held in Doral, Florida recently. Now, I want to make it very clear, you know, we have an expression, no man is an island. And therefore, our crime crisis cannot be solved in isolation, cannot be solved alone. History reflects in the almost decade they were there, they could not solve it. We're alone, and they refused to partner with anyone. They stood alone, and we failed, and our people suffered. Our crime crisis cannot be solved in isolation. It cannot be. And let me tell you why. The dangers posed by illegal drugs, illegal firearms, organized gangs are not only local problems. They're not just a Trinidad and Tobago problem. They are part of a transnational criminal system stretching from South America and throughout the Caribbean right up to North America and also into Europe. So these networks, they move cocaine, they move heroin, they move synthetic drugs, what is called fentanyl, I think. They move them through our waters and ports. And what happens in return? In return, while these are moving, illegal firearms, arms trafficking, illicit money flow back into our communities. Understand this. This is not a TNT alone. You want crime plan, you want crime plan. Here's part of the crime plan. You could never do it. We will do it, and we are doing it. For small island states like Trinidad and Tobago, the consequences are exceedingly severe. Across the Caribbean, gangs now operate with sophisticated financing, advanced weapons, and international criminal connections. And so I say again, this is not just a local problem. It is a hemispheric challenge requiring a joint effort, an international effort, an international response. And that is why, upon assuming office, my government made it very clear that TNT would stand firmly with the USA and our regional partners in targeting narcotics traffickers, arms traffickers, all the other illegal things coming in down into our land. And so we have to dismantle international, transnational criminal networks. Understand that, Mr. Speaker. I ask those who are listening to us, understand this is not a TNT problem. This is a transnational criminal network problem. For decades, Caribbean nations have complained that they are not heard on the global stage. We're too small. We are not heard. This time, we were heard. This time we were heard, TNT. This time we were seen, TNT. This time we were invited to participate. President Trump indicated in his address that U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth established a coalition, this coalition, a pledge from leaders and reps from 70 nations in the Americas, demonstrated that our hemisphere is ready to deal and use hard power to defeat threats to our security and our civilization. These dangers will be addressed using every necessary resource and every legally available authority in the partnership that we form with our allies. The proclamation signed on March 7th makes this very clear, what it is we all agree to, all these nations in the hemisphere. One, Criminal cartels and foreign terrorist organizations in our hemisphere, Western Hemisphere, must be fully dismantled. 2, the USA and its allies, including TNT, will coordinate to deprive these organizations deprive them of financing, resources, and territory, because they come and they build territories in our states and our nations. 3, we will partner nation militaries to be trained and mobilized to dismantle cartel networks and prevent the export of violence. And 4, this hemisphere, we pledge to stand together to keep malign external influences from destabilizing our country and the region. So for TNT, the benefits for Trinidad and Tobago are very substantial. One, stronger intelligence sharing. Cartels operate across borders. They know no borders. They are borderless. And through this coalition that we have formed, law enforcement agencies will share real-time intelligence on trafficking routes, on gang leaders, on financial networks, and weapons shipments. And so with better intelligence sharing, our forces here in security can act faster and more effectively. 2, enhance maritime and border security. We in the Caribbean, we in TNT, we sit along some of the world's busiest drug trafficking corridors. Again, I say, I don't know if people understand. We sit along some of the world's busiest drug trafficking corridors. Through joint operations, surveillance support, and coordinated interdiction efforts, coalition partners, all of us who signed on, can disrupt shipments before they reach our shores. 3, direct support in combating illegal firearms trafficking. We don't make guns here, you know. We make no arms in this country. But then you see these photos of people with huge, long, big, small, every size you can think of. I think some people, maybe not in this house, but there's some persons who have one of each. And some persons actually returned one when they found it was illegal to have it. I think that my fellow was a minister. It was a gift. He had to return it back to law enforcement. I will say no more. That was a very young minister, by the way. So here we go. Direct support in combating firearms trafficking. One of the greatest threats, Mr. Speaker, facing our nations in the Caribbean is the flow of illegal guns. Many firearms used in regional crimes do not come from here. They originate outside the region. Through coordinated enforcement and investigative cooperation, the coalition members, all of us who met and others who want now to join in, they can help stop these weapons before they reach our streets. And 4, training and technology sharing. Training, technology, capacity building. We can help each other in the hemisphere with these matters. So, Mr. Speaker, our police and defense forces will benefit from joint training, advanced technology, and international cooperation. This certainly will strengthen our ability to dismantle gangs, investigate financial crimes, and prosecute organized criminal networks. And so, the coalition that was formed, the America's Counter-Cartel Coalition, now becomes a powerful new instrument in our national security arsenal.